Hey guys, today we're going to be reviewing the first episode of Loki Season 2. It was a hell of an episode. Let's get into it.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Till the End of the Line podcast. I am your boy Juan G here with
KKT.
That's right. And as you said, we're going to be talking about season 2 of Loki. Sick. Started off really good, setting the tone.
Super strong.
Yeah. Showing everybody Marvel's back.
Yeah.
As far as the shows go, anyway.
Yeah.
What I loved about it is it picks up right from season 1.
Yeah.
Literally, like next scene.
Yeah.
That would have happened. Love when stuff that happens like that. I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great first episode.
Yeah. I think the strongest, like, they came out swinging.
Yeah.
It's about time. We haven't had a Marvel series that just, like, hit hard, you know? Since, I mean, yeah, Loki and Wanda were dope.
Mm-hmm.
Or WandaVision. And then, nothing else really hit hard on the first episode as hard as this one has.
Yeah, well, and then the Loki series, it has to deal a lot with this next saga, or with this multiverse saga. Yeah. So I think it's setting the tone. Yeah, it sets the tone for it. It really gives us a lot of information on it. And the people in charge of the show has said that this is the only Marvel show that has not had a reshoot.
Yeah.
Everything that they filmed, they put out there because they're like, everything that we shot says what we wanted the story to say.
Or is the ultimate disclaimer saying, we're perfect.
Hey,
finally, we got it back together. We're perfect again, guys.
Exactly. So let's dive right into the episode. So like I said, it starts off straight from last time. So we find out he didn't actually go to a different timeline. He just went into the past. That's why they don't know who he is. Because the opening shot is him running from Mobius and B-15, right? And a bunch of TVA agents. He's just gunning it. Yeah. And then... So we find out... So he's running. He gets away, and then, you know, he does kind of like a Star Wars Anakin thing where he just jumps off the freaking... the balcony thing and
lands on this floating thing.
Yeah, lands on this vehicle, and then the vehicle crashes back into the TVA.
Well, no, it hits the statue of King
bounces
first.
Off King's cheek, statue, and then crashes into the TVA, and then, you know, he makes a big crack on the floor, and then he time slips, comes back, or he always time slips in the same
spot
location, same spot. And he looked on the floor and he sees the crack.
The crack was there. Yeah.
And then so he's like, oh, wait, I'm traveling through time, not dimensions or whatever.
Yeah. Which we find out from
Obi,
Aurora Boreas.
Yes.
That it's called time slipping.
Time slipping, yes.
Which is a new term, something we've never heard before.
Yeah. Because we originally thought it was like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Like glitching, yeah.
Yeah, where he's glitching because he's in the wrong dimension. But that's not the case. So...
Because the TVA, and when he finally finds the right Mobius, well, the current time Mobius, which it's crazy that he met Obi, right? And then Obi, he has that conversation with Obi, right? And then he remembers the conversation. When he saw Mobius, I think there's a plot hole there. He saw Mobius and he's like, "How do you not remember me?" And then he's running away from them. He makes the beeline and gets the hell out. Why didn't Mobius remember that? The way Obi is.
You're saying why didn't he remember meeting Obi?
No, why didn't Morbius remember talking to Loki in the past?
You lost me.
So...
Oh, I get what you're saying. Of that time was like, who are you? You know, like what...
Yeah, when we thought he was in a different universe, different TVA, it's the same TVA just in the past, and he's talking to B-15. The way Obi and Loki were talking, and then Loki was giving Obi the information that he needed to know for the future. Why isn't the same memory jogging working for Mobius?
Well, because when he first met him, he just starts running away from him. So there's no really like information there. That's something that happened to you that you wouldn't necessarily keep stored in your memory.
If a fucking god of mischief blew like,
well, he doesn't know who that is though.
He knows who Loki is, but he doesn't know who this Loki is.
Oh, okay. I didn't dwell too much on that.
No, honestly. That's a plot hole for sure.
It's a pothole of plot holes.
Yeah, a pothole of plot holes.
Yeah, it's just a little bump. Like wow. I don't know. I didn't read too much into that. I don't think that has any significance on anything because it's such a small moment. But
it's an important moment because it introduces Kang and the original TVA and how it was. Mm-hmm. So
because like I said, there wasn't much interaction with that moment with him, and you know what I mean. It has no significance to the rest of what happens.
I guess maybe never mind, because we know when he goes back to talk to Obi, he doesn't know how far back he went back.
Right.
So okay, never mind. In theory, He Who Remains could have erased that from their minds.
Well, yeah, because Loki even says, he goes, "Oh, Kang erased your memories." Right. Because he's like, I think I would remember when the TVA started. He's like, no, he erased your memories. So maybe that's just one of the memories I got erased.
That makes sense. Yeah. Never mind. That could be. It's not a plot hole. Boom. Because we don't know what time, when he went back to talk to Obi, if it was already after.
Right.
All that was scrapped.
We have no idea. So.
Never mind. Not a plot hole. Sorry, Marvel. Sorry.
So Obi has already been there for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Apparently all of them.
Yeah, and he's kind of like one of the essential people there. Yeah. He
apparently doesn't sleep. All he does is do the work orders.
He wrote the book, the manual on the TVA. He's a boring guy.
Yeah, and so Mobius has been. The last time he talked to Obi was 400 years ago. How the fuck does time work then? Do they not age at all?
Well, remember the TVA is outside of time, so time doesn't work the same there.
The same way, but clearly it works. So it's still linear in one way, because Loki is time slipping in between.
Maybe years are days to them.
Oh, it's that type of situation.
So he's like, 400 years is just 400 days to them.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe,
I hope they reveal how the time actually works in there, because they have to, and especially with them, some TVA going to be part of Deadpool. And then ultimately, I think so. What's her face? Miss Minutes says a long, long time ago there was a multiversal war.
In that little like orientation video thing, yeah.
Technically, in years from what point they're at, it's a long, long time ago because it happened in the future, even though it's technically in the past. If that makes sense. In the past of the TVA.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, okay, you know what I mean? Okay. Because, like we said, the time works differently.
Yeah.
Because Nathaniel Richards, if we're talking about actual time right now, he doesn't exist until the 31st century.
Right.
He is from the future.
Yeah.
So he's super far, way far, because he's a descendant of Reed Richards.
Yes.
So where am I going? How do I loop back to where I was going with this? So Miss Minutes says it's a long, long time ago. I think the Secret Wars that we're gonna see is gonna be the multiversal war.
Oh, okay.
I think Secret Wars is the multiverse. It's called Kang Dynasty.
I mean, that would be a nice way to tie it into the multiverse saga,
because it's in the future. Things are gonna be falling apart.
Well, we've also heard a little bit of nerd news that Tobey Maguire
is gonna be leading
a faction of the Avengers to go save the Avengers that lost to Kang and Kang Dynasty. And yeah. So if that story still plays into the actual MCU, that's going to be insane.
To be nuts.
It's going to be so cool to see just all that happening.
Dude, we thought Endgame had so many different actors.
They've already said Secret Wars is going to have the most cameos of superheroes in any movie ever.
They better do King Dynasty Part 1 and Part 2 and Secret Wars Part 1 and Part 2 and Part 3.
What? That's too much.
You don't want to watch 9 hours of film?
Sir, it's Marvel. I will watch Part 19. Like, I don't care.
You heard it here. Give us a 9-hour movie. Like 3 parts.
Harry Potter that
stretch
shit.
Stretch the shit out of that movie. Make, like, The Snyder cut.
Like 4 hours long. Yeah.
But not one movie. Break it down. I'll pay A-list, whatever.
Yeah.
Us nerds will fucking pay for it.
We will watch it multiple times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah, just Harry Potter 8 series just of Secret Wars. That's insane.
It's doable. Yeah. And then you just watch them on fucking Disney Plus. Like there you go. Fucking like its own Disney Plus series. Just watch it all. Bro, we would love that. I would,
dude, whenever we could get.
And then you just wrap it up from there. I'll be happy for the rest of my life. I don't need anything else.
No, I still need it. I still want more and more and more. It's just what's the Anakin soundbite? This I want more. I know I shouldn't, but I want more. Yeah. So then we figure out Loki. So after talking to Obi, we figure out Loki has to prune himself.
Yeah.
In order to reset himself from time slipping.
Correct.
So
because he uses the temporal aura extractor.
Yes, and that's a device that they create to pull Loki from time.
In the moment he's getting pruned.
Well, no, he has to prune him, and then after that device extracts him from time and brings him to the current time.
Right, but so because it works in a consistent circle, but it's also linear. That hook is they're hooking him from time in that moment in the future that he's in right now.
Yeah, that he's being pruned. Yeah.
So that the moment he gets pruned, he gets pulled back into actual time, so he doesn't slip anymore. Which is
stay with us, guys.
Crazy to fucking think. Like it's confusing to explain it, and like imagine these people writing the script.
I want to be in the writers' room when this is going on.
Can you imagine them trying to sell this to Loki? Loki, you got to do this because this is the.
Just like, okay.
What?
Episode 1. Loki's time slipping. What's time slipping? Keeps bouncing around past, present, future. All right. How do we fix that?
You put a rope on him.
We're going to make a device. So let's see. It's going to make a device. It's going to reel him in from time.
Basically.
Yeah. We're going to reel him in from time. But then he has to prune himself to reset it. Yeah, that'll work. And then
so we pull him from the future of the TVA to the present of the TVA.
Yeah. And then that resets him.
As we erase him.
Yeah. And then that resets him. And then we can go. And then we start on episode 2. All right. Write it down. What? I mean, talk about a head scratcher.
Yeah, I mean, for real. I think it's one of
the writers, dude, because that's some creative shit, dude.
The TVA by far is my favorite version of how their definition and logic of beyond time. That's my favorite so far.
They're the time police, essentially.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like even with like Interstellar or like everything. I just the way the TVA just operates and they're like their weird magic / science behind it. Yeah, it's fucking cool. It's the coolest. It's the most. I don't know if it's the most. It makes the most sense. Like scientifically,
it's the most creative for sure.
Definitely the most creative. Yeah,
and I like how they're doing it.
They seem to have an answer for every step and how it happened. Miss Minutes is kind of spooky now that we think about it. Like,
yeah, it turns out she's essentially a bad guy. Almost like it's creation of Kang. So it's interesting to see where it's gonna go from there.
Speaking of, okay, so we see that Miss Minutes is like an extension of Kang.
I would say it's more like an AI of Kang. That's how I see it.
So I've saw it a couple times. It hasn't really gained too much trend of it.
Okay.
But some people are saying that this version of Ramona was a variant Kang. Could be a variant Kang. So it was these two that partnered up because in the audio recording that we hear.
He's talking to her though.
Correct. But, I mean, it could still be a variant of Kang.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
You know, and pulled to, and she's like,
right.
He's like, you're a Marvel. Thank you for helping on my team. And he was proud to lead with you, not as in you're
on his team. Yeah, you're part of
this team. Like they're leading together. And Kang doesn't really put too many people on his level,
right?
And for him, either one to trust her because of it being maybe a potential love interest, because we know how that's how it was back in the comics.
Yeah.
Or because he respects her because it's an equal variant he sees. But something went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, whether it's the love of his life or a variant he respects that works with him,
yeah,
something went wrong for him to prune her memories.
Right.
So what if she was a marvel the way he calls it? You know, why doesn't Ramona remember any of this?
That's a good question. Yeah.
Like that's why I think she took off, because she's like, some shit don't smell right.
So where do we even know where she is right now?
No. After she walked through her time portal, she because she kicked fucking dude in the chest, knocked over Mobius, and took her stuff and went through the portal because she wanted answers.
I don't remember that part. Okay. Because I thought she got pruned and ended up. All right, I'm remembering.
Well, we do see in the trailer of season 2 that she is in the void.
Okay.
And she's in the void, and you
That's
can see
probably why I thought she got pruned.
She's wearing like ruffled, like almost like what they would wear during the Chicago exhibit at the Chicago Fair.
Okay.
Where Victor Timely is doing.
Oh.
It looks like that time period of clothing that she's wearing, and then there's like this purple tint. So I'm guessing she helped. Oh, and he says, "You helped me tame the beast" or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I'm guessing Alioth.
Okay.
So them together were pivotal to making Alioth a weapon instead of it being just
yeah. So we are going to see her again this season.
Yeah, for sure. Right. She's too important to King. She's even in the comics for it to not happen.
Yeah,
and then for us to hear her voice right now.
Yeah, and Loki. Yeah. So that makes sense.
Do we know how many episodes this is going to be?
I'm assuming 8 or 6. No, I think 6.
Because season 1 was 6.
Right. I think this is a 6-episode series, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 6 episodes.
That's tough.
For season 1.
Not necessarily.
But they're hour-long episodes.
They are longer episodes.
48 minutes was first one.
Chills. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I mean, all right. So that's interesting to see where that storyline is going to go with Ramona Renslayer.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kihui is doing a great job as Obi. Yeah, I think he's awesome. He's perfect for that role. I don't know if it was the director, the creator of Loki, but they reached out to Kihui because they wanted to put him in Loki.
Yeah.
So they reached out to him. Shout out to them for that, because I think he's an awesome actor.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate what happened to his career, how he kind of had to be more behind the scenes. He was doing like fight choreography and fight coordinating, doing like stunt work and stuff like that. Like,
in the beginning of his?
No, like after, like in his adult career,
mm-hmm.
he wasn't in front of the camera anymore, and that's what he always wanted to do. You know, as a kid, you didn't see much from him past his kid days on Indiana Jones and Goonies.
Oh, right. Okay.
But as an adult career, he was doing like stunt coordination and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like he worked on, I think, Mortal Kombat. X-Men. That's what it was. X-Men.
Yeah. He was recently in Everything
Everywhere All at Once. That was like his first role back.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I didn't realize that. He hasn't been in much. And it's a shame because he's a great actor. He's a good actor. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's fun to see on screen.
Well, I guess you're right. Yeah, because I mean, he was in Red Pirate in 1997. The Big Enoch and the Little Carpenter in 1993.
Yeah, see, but besides that, he's been doing mostly.
Oh, he was in episode 1 of Tales of the Crypt. He was Josh. Interesting.
Yeah, but I liked that introduction scene of Obi. Just that banter of like, Mobius is pretending that he remembers Obi, and then Loki catching it. And then just gives him shit. It's been how long? Oh, 4 years. Oh, yeah. But like Loki just feeding into it and just making Mobius just look even more and more
I think
like
that's cool. It's just, it looks like
buddy cop style.
Like two buddies like just picking on another buddy. Like it's cool. I think their chemistry is really cool. Seeing Owen Wilson and
Tommy works
Wilson,
well. Mm-hmm.
They work really well.
Yeah. But then I do like kind of like it's showing what's happening with like Obi remembering stuff as the conversation's going on, of like, because Loki goes back and then he starts telling Obi about stuff like, hey, I need you to build this and hold it until Mobius comes back, and then he's like, hey, did he build you any kind of device? He goes, no. Wait, no, he did. And then he grabs it. Yeah,
which it's weird that's working, because that logic is what everyone thought time travel really was. So like if you go and talk to yourself in the past, it would alter that current timeline.
Yeah.
So like if a lot of people are like, oh, well, if you knew what you knew now when you went back in the past, how would you do it? I'd be a millionaire because I know that Bitcoin, Facebook, blah blah blah, blah all the bullshit.
Yeah.
But then like Hulk knocks that shit out. Yeah. And he's like, no, he's like, if you go back in the past and alter something, that now becomes your new future.
Yeah.
And then fucking Scott Lang's like, Back to the Future, a bunch of bullshit.
I love that so much because and then like just Rhodey he's like, hey, you know, if we could do this whole time travel thing, why don't we just go back to when Thanos was a baby? You know, just... He's like, well, that's horrible. He's like, it's Thanos. He's like... But then he's like, I don't know why you think that, but that doesn't... that's not how time works.
Yeah,
he's like, well, it's in like that in every time travel movie.
Yeah.
Hot Tub Time Machine. Yeah, dude. Freaking Terminator, blah, blah. And then he's like, Die Hard? No, that's not one. That was just funny. That whole scene is just gold. I love it. Because I mean, I don't know. I guess the way we perceive time, that's how we think it would work.
Because everyone thinks it's linear, but it's not. It's consistent. It's all connected, cohesive in this weird, crazy mesh.
Because it makes sense to where, like, okay, time works this way, and then if we go back in time, we create another line.
Yeah.
And that's why it doesn't affect that line, because that line's already set. And when we come back, we create a new one. So it makes sense that
way. Like the whole spaghetti scene in
Flash with Michael Keaton's Batman. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It's like, you're going to have some that are parallel, because then you're going to have other cross points, and then you're going to have nexus moments where you cannot change.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So, I mean, there's ways to understand this stuff that we can follow, I guess, is the best way to say it. All right, so then...
How about the door to get into that room where they go to repair it? Didn't it give you X-Men Cerebral vibes?
Yeah,
dude, I was like, what the? Well, at first, not the. It was like a cross, but the inside of the door, it was an X, and then it opened up. I was like, what? That's kind of cool.
I didn't pick up on that until you said it.
Yeah,
just
the outside was still a cross, but it was an X on the inside. So I was like, did they steal the technology? Did he steal the technology from the X-Men? You know,
or maybe it's a kind of way to like tie into that,
right? Because the cerebral like dome that it's in, it amplifies it. It's a machine in itself, but it also keeps it safe. So if you're in there, no one can read your mind inside there too.
Yeah, it's like blast doors.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Makes complete sense. Yeah. So all right. So they work on resetting Loki essentially, but he time slips when they're prepping to do it.
Yeah.
So then there's the mad scramble from Loki to try to figure out, I got to get a pruning stick.
Yeah.
So he's searching, and then they really drag the shit out of this part. It's just like he's just
walking down the hallway, all
phone
slow.
Ringing. He's just like, leisurely
Who's
stroll.
Calling me? Like,
why is there a phone in the middle of the hallway?
Seriously.
Who knows? So then he's there, and then he sees the elevator doors opening, and it's Sylvia. She's like, there you are. And then he gets pruned. Who the fuck pruned Loki?
And it doesn't show nothing.
It does. Yeah, dude. We watched it again, and I tried looking at it. You can't. All you see is a pruning stick.
Yeah.
So I got it. I mean, let us know what your guys' theories are as to who pruned Loki. I'm kind of thinking it's Obi.
Nope.
Okay.
What if it's Ramona? That's why he erases her mind.
But how would she know to do that stuff?
It's this Ramona time skipping.
Okay.
Not time skipping, but like jumping through time. And because she has... Her temp pad is almost... I think the only one that would be above her would probably be He Who Remains, his little temp pad that he had.
Okay.
You know, so she was able to do anything and everything she wanted.
Yeah.
She had more clearance than Morbius did.
Yeah.
So...
Okay. That's a theory.
I think it could be Ramona.
That could work.
You know? And that's why
I just don't understand why she's doing that. Why she would prune him.
Because she realizes that if Loki doesn't exist, then the
show doesn't. No, I was kidding.
Well, true. Yeah. True.
Like, I need a job. Prune you. I need more episodes.
That's funny.
Okay.
But no, so like what comic was it? There's another comic involved with like the Secret War situation where there's was it Avenger Prime?
Okay.
Maybe it's Avenger
But what,
Prime?
that has to do with TVA like that?
It's like the strongest and the most important, like the most... Yeah, it was the strongest the strongest Avenger to ever exist.
Ooh.
And it turns out it was Loki. It was Loki from another timeline that assembled like one of the strongest ever assembled Avengers to take down King. So this could be the Loki Prime that we're looking for, and he can end up leading the Avengers and come Secret Wars. And Ramona knows that.
Okay.
So,
I mean, we'll see if that's the storyline. I doubt that is going to play that way, but
Loki will be part of Secret Wars, I think.
Think so?
Yeah.
You think he's going to make his way back into the main MCU?
No. I think after that, then we'll just maybe see a kid Loki or keep Sylvie or something like that. I think it's going to be very much so the 616 Prime, where everything has been destroyed. They already went through a multiversal war, and this is the new timeline where Miles and Peter exist in the same one, and all these different things from the Ultimates and the main 616.
Yeah,
all the comics kind of get just merged together and make one timeline.
Okay.
After this multiversal war.
Interesting.
So Tom Hiddleston as Loki, probably not.
Yeah, because what's the next saga after this? Mutant Saga?
Well, they haven't said.
I thought they did.
Well, they want to have a Mutant Saga, but they haven't called it a Mutant Saga. They said we're not going to get any big bulk, anything of mutants until after
this phase.
Until after Secret Wars and King Dynasty.
Oh, right. Okay. Hey guys, if you're looking to start your comic book collection, or maybe you just want to grow the collection you already have, please go check out Raw Comics. They have a great selection of Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and independent comics. Or if you're just looking for a cool place to hang out, they have themed days there. Tuesday is Pokemon, also Street Fighter. Wednesday is Open and Smash Brothers tournaments. Thursday is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Mortal Kombat. Friday is Magic the Gathering card playing game and Open games. Saturday is Pokemon and Street Fighter tournament. Sunday is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Smash Brothers. So they have PS5 and Xbox as well.
They also have a lot of Funko Pops, comic themed merchandise as far as like cups, action figures. They're located on 2512 West 47th Street, Chicago, Illinois 60632, which is the Brighton Park neighborhood. You can find a lot of their like catalogs on RAW-COMICS.Chicago.Shopify.com, and then you can purchase on their Square website at RAW-COMICS.SQUARE.SITE.
But that was like that kind of banter is the stuff I enjoy seeing on screen. But yeah, I mean, any other points of the show? Like, what do you think? What do you think is going to be the main storyline of this season?
I think we'll get a nod to what's going on in Deadpool 3 before the end of it. I think they'll mention either Cable or Deadpool just as a name, or we'll see that timeline show up on a TemPad or on one of the corner monitors. So it's the way it started, because of it being the multiversal war, and I think it's going to be what King Dynasty, the Secret Wars are going to be about. Mm-hmm. They're going to lay down some hardcore railroads to connect everything. Like they're fucking chugging away right now.
Yeah. Do you think that Deadpool 3 is going to be like mentioned in Loki as far as like an Easter egg, or just something in the background that we spot, or do you think it's going to be mentioned in dialogue?
And we know that there is TVA agents and Mobius are going to be in Deadpool.
Okay.
So that part has been not loosely, but almost confirmed.
Okay.
A lot of people are talking about that. So we know the TVA will be involved.
Okay.
We know how I left off with, Deadpool 2 with all the time jumping that he was doing with just fucking
corrections.
Tapping away.
Yeah. He saved his girl and then he killed Ryan Reynolds reading Green Lantern.
Yeah.
He killed his Deadpool in the Fox universe.
True.
He did a bunch of stuff, yeah. So
fucks with Hitler.
Yeah. Well, we see from what we know, it's Deadpool 3 is going to be him killing off the Fox universe characters.
Could be.
Could be, correct.
Yeah.
And we already see
that there's going to be Scarlet Witch Wanda, of the one where
she's Magneto's daughter.
Well, it would be the one that is being technically framed for killing the Illuminati.
Oh.
They're thinking that that's going to be that Wanda universe.
Oh, no, wait. What they said was the Wanda in 828 is Magneto's daughter, right?
Yeah.
That's what I read. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So that would confirm the X-Men. I wonder if 828 is what they're going to make canon as the Fox universe.
Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, because it has been established what universe Deadpool's in.
Right.
But I thought Xavier established the mutants. Him being in...
Oh, true. So, okay, cool. So we know there's a version of the X-Men there.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, I don't know. Interesting.
I mean, this show is going to be very, very crucial. And I don't think this would be the end of Loki. I think we might maybe get another Loki series.
Another season?
I think
after
so.
This one? I'm all for it.
Yeah. I think it's too important for it not to.
I mean, dude, everyone loves Tom Hiddleston as Loki.
Yeah.
He's a fan favorite. Did you see when he was at a Comic-Con and Feige's like, dude, go out as Loki? He goes, they'll love that shit. And then he came out and everyone went freaking wild.
I bet.
And then he's like, silence. And then like, yeah, he was Loki out there. And it was gold. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Everybody loved it. It was so cool. Because even like he went out and then Andrew Garfield went to a con as Spider-Man. Like he never took off the cowl, like, or his mask.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like on the panel. He's like, this is crazy. Like he's full on Spider-Man there. So I love when actors like embrace their roles and go to cons like that. But yeah, so
the only one that would never, it doesn't matter where he is or what he's wearing, Robert Downey Jr. He's always known.
He's forever Tony Stark.
Yeah,
forever Tony Stark. Yeah, he doesn't need the Iron Man suit.
No,
he's just full on
absolutely
Tony Stark.
not. No.
Yeah. Yeah. It's too bad we'll never be able to like go to a con and see him there anymore.
No.
But anywho, all right. So that's cool. So that's, I mean, I'm really looking forward to the rest of this season.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be good. I think it's definitely gonna hold us till Deadpool 3.
Well, yeah.
As far as like this, like aspect of
Deadpool 3 is supposed to come out when?
MCU. Well, with the writer strike and everything got pushed back, and there's not even dates anymore.
That's true.
I don't think, because the writer strike's over, but now the actor strike is still going on. That's so true. I mean, look what happened with Daredevil. Bit more nerd news. Daredevil. Oh, yeah.
I'm excited. They said that this was
writers,
nothing like
everything.
The Netflix series, and they wanted to scratch and start all over.
They're born again.
Yeah.
So they're really doing a reset on that series.
And we know that Punisher is going to be more involved.
Yeah,
this next time around,
John Bernthal's gonna be coming back as Punisher. So that's cool. I hope I forget the actress' name, but Jessica Jones comes back. That'd be cool to see her. I mean, it's 18 episodes. You could fit a lot of people in there.
Mm-hmm.
So we look forward to seeing that too.
Same.
So I mean, any last points on this on Loki episode 1? Any other points you want to make?
No, I think we're... Oh, well, I think in the beginning of the episode, there was that nod to... So I think this is like a... What's the word I'm looking for? All right, so in the beginning, we see... I think he's like X5 or something like that. One of those...
Oh, right.
Hunter X5 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he is looking at the Ski-Doo, or the jet ski machine, or magazine or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, "Oh, this was your other life." Da, da, da. And Mobius goes, "Hey, fun fact that jet ski is the brand. It's actually not what it's called. And similar to Kleenex." I think that was a hint to like, "Hey, we're selling the TVA, but this isn't really what the TVA does." I think.
Oh.
I saw that right as soon as I heard that, I was like, eh. And then shit started happening more and more. We don't know who pruned Loki. I think there's
Loki.
Yeah, Loki. Loki.
Okay.
I think there's something else beyond this that we don't know.
Something else at play.
Yeah.
Like little like behind the scenes kind of, or
yeah. Whether it's Miss Minutes or He Who Remains is just not dead, and it's just all a joke.
Okay.
It's all a game that he's it's another level in chess that he's playing.
I do see the Menace thing because we've saw footage. We're gonna see more of her.
Yeah.
All right.
Because we do see Victor Timely in the TVA, working with Mobius and Loki.
Okay.
So that's a variant of Kang.
Right.
Who we thought was the younger version of.
Which I wonder when we're gonna get that episode of because we saw that in the post-credit scene of Quantumania.
Correct. So we're not timeline-wise. We're not to that point yet because we've only seen them.
James Gunn even said that it's kind of tricky, or that Marvel messed up in the sense that they don't have anybody in charge of the timeline order at Marvel. Things have just kind of been just placed here and there. There's nobody in charge of that timeline order.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I guess that's something.
So James Gunn said that?
James Gunn said that. So I think that's something that they have to get on. Especially if you're trying to make it, especially with all these Disney Plus shows and then the movies and you're trying to time.
Guys. You can hire me. I will figure it out.
Yeah.
Or Eric Voss. See, I would definitely bow down to that man.
Oh, the guys at New Rockstars that could definitely do something, and we know that they're involved in that, that business. So, but yeah, I mean, I've got nothing else. Look forward. We'll cover. I guess we're gonna cover episode 2 and 3.
Yeah.
On our next Loki episodes. So stay tuned for that. But let us know your guys' thoughts on the first episode. What you guys liked, what you guys didn't like, or if you guys spotted some little Easter eggs or questions you guys have, or just things of note you guys want to let us know about.
Yeah,
be down to hear from you guys.
Yeah. Next coming things we're gonna do is I didn't give you a joke of the day. Wait a minute.
Oh, that's right.
What was your question of the day?
I didn't have one, but I can. Oh no, well, I didn't mark it as a question of the day, but what do you think the storyline of the season is gonna be? I guess you can count that as my question of the day.
Oh yeah,
but okay, it's fine. Well, it's my question of the day. What's your joke of the day? That's my dog just barking away. Who I named Jarvis, by the way.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's pretty clutch.
Yeah.
All right. I hate when my friends always talk about Norse gods.
Why?
Well, because Loki, it's annoying.
So dumb. That's good. They literally.
I was looking for the worst one.
Yeah, I could
they're
tell.
They're pretty bad. Dude.
I could tell. Yeah, I generally like all the Loki jokes. They're super like just playing on the word Loki and like they're just really bad.
Loki, pretty stupid. Yeah.
Oh God, he's still going. But all right, guys, that's going to do it for us today. I want to thank you guys for joining us yet again. And stay tuned for our next episodes. We're going to still cover the whole Loki season. And then we got Marvel's coming out soon.
Yeah, November 10th.
November 10th. Stay tuned for that one.
Scott Pilgrim, we're going to be covering.
Oh, yeah, Scott Pilgrim's coming out next month also. So this winter's looking pretty good.
Yeah.
With we got a bunch of stuff for you guys. So stay tuned. And as always, Geek, what's up?
Also, I did mention we were going to do some horror. So we're going to be doing some of...
We're just trying to narrow in on what actual films to talk about, or which
I'm a big fan of Jordan. How do you say his last name?
Peele.
I didn't want to...
Peele. You were saying... What were you saying? Pele?
Pele.
Oh, my God. So foreign. Wow.
Oh, no.
Adding je ne sais quoi to his name and shit. But yeah. So we're gonna be tapping into the horror. Let know what the style of horror you guys like, or what horror films you guys want us to cover. We'll try to put that into some episodes. But so that's gonna do it for us, guys. I want to thank you guys again, and Kiki, as always, I'm with you
till the end of the line.
Thanks, guys.